from Spain. Okay. And September mixer, September 22nd. We know what day that is? Thursday. Okay. 5 to 7. Where? Kitchen Soda, Korea. Suda in Koreatown. Suda. Wow. Food looks great.
It's just a pub. It's a pub. Joey likes it. Food's great. There's valet parking. And it's kind of like an outdoor space. So,
Excellent.
So I guess it's
Next
just north of Welsh, like between Wilshire and Sixth, right?
That's a lot of views.
6th in Toronto. Okay, perfect. I know what that is. Absolutely. Excellent. Mega camp watch it party. Look at that. The itinerary is coming soon. So when is that? Do we know? Mega camp?
It's coming soon.
Coming soon. Okay. Yeah.
Get excited.
Coming soon. Sneak it up on. All right. Broken Caravan every Tuesday. Absolutely. 11 to 2. Interested in joining us? Reach out to Samantha. Okay. Next, we have. Oh, profit share 2022. Right. October 6th. Okay. So this is a little ways away. 9 a.m. to 4:30. Register today. Is it very blurry to you guys? Because it is to me. I don't know how we focus that.
They're raising the prices shortly, so if you know you want to go.
Do you know what the price is right now? 49, and they're going to raise it to what?
60.
60. Okay, there you go. So register today, or get the QR code and find out. Okay, perfect. Next, we have upcoming classes. All right. Oh, the morning show, not really a class, more of an entertainment show.
Educational.
Educational, inspiring. I know Clint is on it every morning. Deep thought, that's right.
Getting ahead in the game.
Right, good way to start the day. 9 a.m., 30 minutes, Zoom call, and then you can get out there, get cracking. Next. New agent training. Okay, words that work. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 9. Power hour, 9 to 10 every day. Look at that, every day. And Ignite New Agent with Christy every day, 10 to 11:30. Look at that. No excuse not to get educated. All right, tech, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the 15th. That's tomorrow. Create email signatures, social posts with command. Following day, that would be the 16th. Listing and landing pages, very nice. DocuSign on the 19th. That's next week. The 20th, command overview. 21st, database 101. Database is very important. It's your whole business. Next. Ooh. Arbitration, mediation, and liquidated damages. Wow, Peter Haven, Friday, September 16th. Okay, so that's this Friday, 12 to 1. Knock on wood, I've never had to deal with arbitration, mediation, or liquidated damages, but I would think you'd want to take this class just in case you ever have to. Absolutely. Peter Haven's our in-house attorney, has been our attorney for a little while now, so very knowledgeable. I'd recommend everybody see that. 12 to 1. Is that online or is that in person? Do we know?
Online.
It's online. Okay, so there'll be a link sent out for that? Zoom link? Okay, perfect. Social farming workshop with Clearmark Title. That's Ben. Ben is Ben on the meeting?
I am Tim. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Hey, let me just plug this real quick. So next Tuesday, 10 to 11, Starve. I would like to invite you, Starve, because you're farming right now in your neighborhood as an empty nester. Yeah, so let's meet in person, and we'll help you decide on a farm, pick a farm, go over the stats, the turnover ratios, and so on with the activity in the area. And then, of course, after that, we will be able to look at strategies for social media to kind of tie it all together. So hopefully I'll see you guys there.
Excellent. And that's right before Caravan next Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 11. Awesome. Thank you. And next we have coming up, door knocking workshop in the office, well, with Chuck and John. I live kind of nearby and I do see Chuck out there knocking on doors quite often. So you'll have plenty to tell you about that for sure. Broker class with Rich Pisani. And that's on the 28th, 4 to 5. That's after that, you go grab a drink down the street. Escrow tips and tricks in the office with Samantha. And that's the 29th, 1:30 to 2:30. Okay, core services.
Slow.
You're very slow. Okay, you guys walk
Do I need
slowly
to-
up here.
Do I need a microphone? Come in
Why don't
front
you
of
need
the
a mic?
camera.
Oh,
Where's the camera?
It's on the computer.
Okay, come in front of
They
it.
can see my face.
that's all they need to see.
That's all they need. Okay, you guys. I'm sure you've all seen headlines. Inflation numbers came out yesterday. Like big, bold, oh no. And it's what I've been talking about. Rough road ahead. Inflation numbers came out. They're higher than expected. Let me break it down. I have the numbers here. I don't want to misspeak here. What happens when they are above the predictions is all the markets literally hit the skids.
Yes.
Rates went up, stock market tanked. The Feds meet on the 20th and 21st. 80% of economists are saying they're looking at a 0.75% basis point hike in the Fed fund rate. 20% are saying it could be as much as a full percentage. They are trying to stop spending. And so, you know, if we look back over the course of the last couple of years, especially with government stimulus, they wanted people to spend, and they were cutting stimulus checks, and now they're giving, you know, student loan relief and all of these things. And it's like they're talking out of both sides of their mouth, and they desperately need this to slow spending. So the CPI numbers, and hopefully everybody has caught on to my last 9 months of talking about this, about inflation and CPI and all that stuff. So you can go back to your clients and legitimately talk to them about it and explain it.
CPI is Consumer Price Index, right?
Correct,
Okay.
correct. So, and there's two different numbers. We have the general overall inflation number. God, I think I need glasses. The general overall number, including food and energy, was up only 0.1%. Not a huge deal, but they were anticipating it to be a negative number. They were expecting it to be a negative 0.1. So now all of a sudden we're talking about a 20 basis point difference in what they were predicting and where we landed. So the overall year over year inflation, it declined from 8.5 to 8.3%, but they were expecting an 8.1 year over year number. So it's a little bit higher. The big story though is the core rate. If we strip out food and energy out of those numbers, that number actually increased by 0.60%. And so, which is double than what they expected. They expected a 0.3 increase, 0.3%. And if we take the year over year, the core inflation numbers, it increased from 5.9 to 6.3. So inflation is still on the move in the wrong direction. So the Fed has said over and over again, they're going to remain aggressive in trying to get this under control. Q4. I think I just sent out an article. It was my market update. Eyes on Q4. Keep your eye on the 10-year treasury. That is the indicator for mortgage rates. It's gone up pretty substantially. Let me see here. At the beginning of the year, the 10-year treasury was at 1.63, and now we're at 3.5 or 3.6. So we're more than double.
What's this number?
For the 10-year treasury, that's a good indicator for where mortgage rates are going. At the beginning of the year, it was at 1.63, I think the number was. And this morning it was at 3.57. So double where it was at the beginning of the year. And that's why we've seen such the drastic swing on mortgage rates. So Q4, 10-year treasury, keep your eye on inflation. And hopefully everybody gets and is watching the CPI. We'll see what happens. And as they increase these Fed fund rates, keep an eye on your credit cards.
Right,
Your adjustable mortgages and your home equity lines of credit, they're directly affected.
absolutely.
What is in your crystal ball, your non-existent crystal ball, how high you think that this can go with mortgage rates? Like what would you say is our worst case scenario?
It's
Back
pretty
to
big.
nine,
We're over,
back to
no.
nine.
I mean, we're over 6%. At this point, we're in a housing recession. If they can steer us economically into a recession, the mortgage rate will come down. And an economic recession is not necessarily a tragic, crazy thing. It's a regular economic cycle. If they can get inflation under control and get people to stop spending, credit card debt is at its all-time highest, like since I forget what the date was. It's like some crazy amount of trillions of dollars in credit card debt. People are spending, and somebody's got to pump the brakes. So as they increase this Fed fund rate, people are going to start to feel it in their credit cards, their home equity lines, and hopefully stop spending. And hopefully the government can stop providing relief on a temporary basis, because we just keep seeing these numbers up. Rent is also up. Let me pull up this number. This is a good conversation topic with potential buyers. Rents. There was a story, I think Diana Olick on CNBC was saying the opposite, that rents are starting to come down. Completely not the case. I'm sure it depends on what market you're in.
Of course, like,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
such an anomaly, like we cannot go by.
Shelter rose by 0.7%, which is the highest increase since 1991. Rents rose 0.7% last month and are now up 6.7% year over year, which is up from 6.3%. The owner's equivalent rent, which tries to capture the rise in home prices but does a poor job, also rose 0.7% and is up 6.3% year over year from 5.8%. So rents are up. Q4.
Rents are up in properties that are not rent stabilized.
And that are vacant, yeah.
Well, and also
That's important for people who are selling investment properties to understand. There's still a rent freeze in LA.
not for long. I was just talking to somebody yesterday actually about it, and
The Los Angeles City Council.
they're waiting for elections. They're waiting for elections to be over. And I heard end of December for the moratorium to be out.
Well, that's what it's scheduled for right now, but there's also.
They've been
they're gonna try
postponing
and make
it for like 2 years.
Right.
How can you make it permanent?
Moratorium permanent. They're assholes.
But so with that, as soon as the moratorium is up, maybe that is a sign of potential inventory increase of landlords.
According to, I had a conversation on behalf of the tenant situation with David Noah at that landlord eviction place this week. And he said the California thing, it's not even LA. The California thing is that you cannot evict or raise rents. I don't know what the parameters are, but he said until a year after the crisis is
The emergency is
considered
over, right.
So that's not January 1st to me. I was thinking it was very hopeful, but it sounds like we're talking about January 1st, 2020.
And yeah, I thought that was the city, because there's the county, there's the city, and there's the state.
Right.
I think the most stringent is the city of LA
Right.
that says
But the state
for
is
a-
pretty strong.
for a year after the moratorium ends, you still cannot raise the rent. Not till 1 year after the end of the moratorium. So it's another 12
Even when
months.
you're tenant, making $60,000 a month.
Oh,
What's the situation
Anyway.
with evictions right now? Like,
you know, the same sort of thing. You can't, yeah, and that's part of the moratorium. You can't
But
evict
the
anybody.
landlords are trying to do it. The situation with my client was, she's in a new building, so it's exempt from rent stabilization. It's exempt from the state tax because it's less than 15 years old. And her lease was up in September. They sent her a notification saying you have to sign a new lease. She doesn't. And that they were gonna raise her rent 10% in October and then 25% in December. They can't do any, of it. They're not, but they are trying. So, I mean, she decided to buy something instead, which was good for me, but, it's a mess.
That's it.
Excellent.
What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion of
The
it?
conclusion is, you know, all things are temporary. At the end of the day, all things are temporary. It's literally, we're all just kind of hanging on by the seat of our pants. There are, I think we touched on it last week, there are certain banks and credit unions that are really just giving away the farm to capture market share. And what happens with that is they're keeping these loans on their books, and they all have balance sheets. And there's always a limit on where and how far that balance sheet will go. So, you know, in the short term, certainly, you know, buyers are shopping around, and there are crazy below market deals to be had, depending on somebody's qualification. But just be leery, be open-minded. I'm happy to take a look. Q4. That's all I got.
Good or bad?
Just keep an eye out. I think we'll be in the lead.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Q4. Next.
I'm gonna have to be careful.
Raha. I don't know. Do we have Raha with us?
No.
We don't. There's Ben.
All right, one more time.
More Ben.
Yeah, so just real quickly, you know, as the market shifts, as you guys are probably experiencing, you know, first time home buyers might be kind of waiting on the sideline, but just as a market closes, you're going to have people like investors that are going to be very interested in swooping up property. So keep in mind, we do have binder title policies out there that you guys can utilize, and those are, you know, that's a term that investors like to talk about. Just to give you an example. A $800,000 property that someone purchases and they end up flipping in 2 years, they can save for roughly almost $1,700 in title fees to make that transfer. Okay, so yeah, just keep that in mind. If you guys have questions about that, let me know. I'm here.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. And next we have Mary Kay. I didn't see her here, so I'm assuming she's online. No, she's not even here. Okay, passing right by her. We're going straight to Larchmont Escrow. Anybody here from Larchmont Escrow? Going once? Going twice? Okay, next. That was core services for today. Okay. Agent happenings. Oh, I think we start with birthdays. Is that right? Okay, so today is Wu San. 17th is Byron Field, John Dickey. That's my sister's birthday too. And I cannot pronounce that name.
Maybe. Yevgeny Ivanov.
Oh, perfect. Again, Dragunov. Tell me what.
Yevgeny Ivanov.
Yevgeny Ivanov. Excellent. And that birthday, is that a guy or a gal?
I think it's a guy.
You think?
I think it's a
You-
guy.
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Pretty-
voted for that.
Pretty sure. Okay, well, happy birthday to everybody.
And wasn't it
Right.
Tati's birthday yesterday?
No, it was like,
Yeah. No?
was it yesterday? I thought it was the day before.
When was your birthday? It was
Yesterday.
Happy
Yesterday.
birthday.
That's right. And she brought her son by to help celebrate. Yes, he was here as well. Yeah. So closed escrows, we have the Barentine Group on Elvira, Tiffany Park on Richmond, Laura Anderson on 8821 David, and Tiffany Chin on Vidor Drive. Excellent. New escrows, Laura and Maury on Virginia, Rachel and Tiffany on Benton Way. Okay, Bates Hennington on Hilltop Circle. What was that? Something wrong? Steve Senegram, Champ Davenport, Paul Yu, and David Hitton all have new escrows. closed leases. Christina Kim on Leeward. That's why she came today, just to celebrate that. Closed lease. And Angelia has 2 closed leases. Look at that on Glenclo and El Cerrito. Fantastic. Now I think we got some of the new stuff, right? New listings. All right. What do we have here? Single family home. Pop, pop, pop. Jen Hohenstein on Lake Ridge Drive, 90068. Okay. 3 beds, 3 baths, 2,400 square feet. Lake Ridge, I think that's over by the Lake Hollywood, right?
Hollywood,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lake Hollywood. Okay. Just a little. Anyone want to add a little flavor to that? It's like just under $1,000 a square foot. Must be in pretty good shape. Okay, next. Oh, John and Chuck, 6426 Hayes Drive. I think that's over kind of like Carthay Circle area, 3 beds, 2 baths, and that looks like a little more than $1,000 a square foot. Next. And Laura Anderson over on David Avenue, 2 and 2, 1,200 square feet, and just about $1,000 a square foot. Very nice. John and Chuck again on San Vicente in West Hollywood, 2 beds, 3 baths. Big, look at the size of that, 1,875 square feet. Yeah, 2 beds, 3 baths for 12.5. Excellent. Someone's calling for it right now. Heidi Davis and Jennifer have a 1 bed, 1 bath on La Cuesta Drive, 733 square feet for 548. And where's La Cuesta? That's kind of in that same area too, isn't it? Where?
I don't think,
Okay.
No.
I don't think that's.
Orange, not the bells. Yeah. The info doesn't match the street.
Oh, okay.
No, I think the info is one of our old listings. I don't.
Oh, that's an old one. Okay.
It's not requested.
Yeah, the.
So
stats-
disregard that. Don't anyone ever go to 2671 La Cuesta. It's not for sale. Nobody wants it. Do we have anything else next? It's amazing. Yes. We have some leases coming up. New leases. Christina Kim. Again, the reason she came is for this lease specifically. In Marina Del Rey. Very nice. 13320 Beach Avenue. Is that like how close to the water?
Probably about 5 minutes away or so.
5-minute
It's like
walk?
right-
5-minute
driving
drive?
5, maybe walking. I don't know.
So that Beach Ave is kind of false advertising. You're not really
Well,
on the
it's like,
beach.
right by, I mean, it's in Marina Del Rey, right next to Venice, right by Abington. I mean, it's amazing location. It's like a loft style.
Oh, very nice.
Industrial loft style, that are really spacious patio space as well. So client was getting married, so she's moving out of state. She needs to lease out.
Lease it out. Okay, 6,200 a month,
It's really cute.
and it's really cute. Okay, next. On Tron, 1234 Wilshire, 619. 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,140 square feet, $3,400. And next we have, Angelia Serrano on Sawtell in Culver City, 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,560 square feet for $3,750. Looks like, what's that? It's a steal. I think it is a steal. How many units are in the building?
No, so this is the front house.
It's a front house.
Two bedroom, 2 bath in the back.
Okay, very nice. Excellent. And Stacy has 918, bless you. South Harbor Boulevard, number 401, 3 beds, 3 baths, look at the size, 1,600, bless you. Someone's allergic to dogs, $4,100 a month. That looks nice. Wow, we have a lot in Tiffany on Malcolm. 9025, that's kind of like West LA,
Yeah.
2 beds, 2 baths,
Westwood.
Westwood,
Yeah,
okay.
it's in Westwood. It's for lease and for sale, so for lease or for sale, like, that's what both listings are on, so $39.50 per month. And asking price for sale is $1,025,000.
Okay, excellent. Next, we have Linda Shim, 1734 Fuller. Number 102. It's like Hollywood, West Hollywood, 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,185 square feet for $3,600. A good sized building. Income, oh, okay, income properties. Laura and Maury have 1089 South Mansfield. That's not 1089 South Mansfield. Oh, it is. Oh, they painted it white. Wow. No, I sold that I sold that to her client that's selling it now, and it was like red, but wow, that looks great. 2 units, 2 beds, 1 bath, 2 and 2. There's also a bonus, I can tell you about this. There's a bonus space in the back, which was like a 3-car garage, 3 or 4-car garage that's all been drywalled, enclosed. I think there's probably even AC in there by now. No plumbing, but you probably could get some plumbing in there and have a third unit. 1699. And both units I think are being delivered vacant. Kind of nice.
Sounds like a good price.
Yeah, and, well, the downstairs unit's gonna need some work. Upstairs has been done. But the downstairs has the 1 bath, 2 beds, 1 bath, and the woman's been in there for quite some time, but she's leaving, I think, end of October. Yeah. Okay. And that's it, pocket listings. Does anybody have any pocket listings? Anything? Okay. Yes, no? Okay, so I have 2 things coming up. I have a property, it's in Valley Village, single family home. It's on a street called Lameda. I don't know how well you know it, but it's a single family home. I think it's got someone in there, a tenant that's gonna be leaving. It's, 1 second, Clint. Tenant's gonna be leaving, and they've been in there since like 1987 or something like that. So the tenant, right? They've been in it forever. That they're gone. We've spoken to them, and all around are $3 or $4 million properties. They've torn down these old single family homes, put them up. So it's probably an investor deal. I think we're going to list it. We got to talk to my client, but somewhere between like 1.4, 1.5, because the lot size is 6,500. It's not huge. Lameda and Laurel Grove it's well, Valley Village technically, but it's like I said, there are these places. All I've done the comps. They're like 4.2, 3.8, all on either side of it. So this place is like a little place of time forgot. So
What's the
development.
current square footage?
2,000, pretty good size, 2,000 square foot. But you probably put up, like I said, the lot next door is the exact same size lot, and I think theirs is now probably like 4,000 square feet. So I have that coming up soon. Haven't got any pictures done yet. I'm gonna go visit there probably tomorrow. And then I also have a lease coming up on La Jolla in West Hollywood, and that's a 2-bed, 2-bath house, duplex. 1/2 of it, 2 beds, 2 baths, modern, all really nicely redone, and then a bonus space in the back. I don't know how big it is. Might be like 350 square feet, and that has a bath and like a half a kitchen in the back. So that's so that's nice. And we're gonna start out at 7,200 for that.
Can you give me the address of Lameda?
Yeah, it's in Lameda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You paid that.
I did. No, it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lameda Street in Valley Village.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
You want me
Please.
to verify it? No. We want to buy it.
So those are 2 things I have that are coming soon. All right. Anybody have a pocket listing or coming soon they want to talk about? Clint, did you have something?
Hello?
Correct. It's parallel to like Ventura Boulevard, Riverside, those streets, and sound like, oh, Esther Kim. Yes.
Yes, hi. So if you can help a girl out, I have early access to, it's not my listing, but I have early access to this property. It's a $14 million property in Thousand Oaks on White Stallion near Hidden Valley. And And the owner has given me, just early access to be able to bring any buyers in because he would like to do it off market if possible. And, it's a really exclusive property, 20 acres, 14,000 square foot home. And Britney Spears and Jamie Foxx live nearby.
Is it
Okay.
one of the Kim Kardashian's
Yeah, right.
houses that you listed yesterday?
I'm sorry? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
It just
I was a
comments.
joke because Kim Kardashian listed 2 of her homes and she lives over there like in that
Okay.
area.
In
So anyone has
Calabasas.
any, $14 million buyers, reach out to Esther Kim. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And next we have, before we leave, wants and needs, fill the bucket. Well, we filled up the $15 million bucket. Yes?
Next week, I will be here with my boss, who will be here to do a market update, and we are bringing lunch.
Very nice.
So everybody.
For the meeting,
Mhm.
Wednesday meeting.
Yeah.
Excellent. What's for lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Little vino too, maybe? Midday?
Bring your own.
Is it really? I don't know. Anyone else fill the bucket? Wants and needs? What's that? What is your need?
Hancock Park or Beverly Wood, about 3,000 square feet. They're willing to do work, 4 to 5 bedrooms, under 3.5 million. Island's fine. Busy
Island's fine.
Street's fine, Busy Corner's fine, Mixer's fine, if anybody knows of anything.
And their top is 3,
Technically, they're top 5, but that's all in, so I know they're gonna have to maybe do work.
right? But if it's something they don't need to do work on, they'd go 5.
That's,
Or 8.
it's the son of a client, so I don't
Okay.
know that he's actually going to want to do quite that.
That much money. Got it. Okay.
He's comfortable with it.
Okay. Yeah. Which that was my dad. All right.
I have 2.
Okay.
So first area is West Hollywood Hills, ideally. 5 to 7 million, they've seen everything on the market, so looking for an off market.
In the Hollywood Hills?
Yeah, and it must have a pool, that's the.
Okay.
So 5 to 7 million West Hollywood Hills must have a pool, seen everything on the market. They didn't like that one on Hollywood Boulevard, that was gorgeous. One with the guest house and the pool with the view.
Charlotte.
Charlotte, right here, it's saying.
No, they didn't. Oh my God, it seems pretty, it was, Charlie Worstores all that, so we could actually do one. What, oh, I went under. What, I don't know. Stunning. And it's just under 7, it's Kelly Worstores.
Is that pocket by Chateau Marmont?
Yeah,
Hmm.
gorgeous.
And you had a second one?
Oh, so I got that one, and then now the Westwood area.
They can't hear anything, they said.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I'll, who's been going to power? Maybe I'll come back here and I'll wait. You
Uh,
want to just
What,
pop there?
or pop up over or tell me what
The Westwood area.
Westwood area,
You need to be in the school district for the elementary.
which, if they, well, hold on, slow down. They need to be in what?
So they need to be in the school district for 1964
90024 school district,
for Fairburn Elementary.
Fairburn Elementary,
So that Westwood, 3 million,
3 million,
2,200 square feet.
2,200 square feet and up. Okay,
Thanks.
sounds good. Yeah, thank you. Clint has something for you.
Yes, I have a buyer that ended the street road. Thousand, so if anyone has condominium around, Pasadena for 500 or less, Pasadena, related, it's off the market. Please let me know and I'll run it by.
Okay. Clint's looking for a condo. I'm just saying this for our online friends. Clint's got a client looking for a condo, 500,000 Glendale, Pasadena area. Yes?
Alice,
Yeah.
can we go back to the caravan slide? I just want to give props to everyone that showed up yesterday. We did a proper caravan and we jumped into, two cars if possible.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have any. And it was just super fun. There were 8 of us. you know, so we had 2 cars and we saw, I think, how many properties? 10, how many? Around 10 properties, and it was just really fun, it was nice to like talk about you know, differences in values, there we are, we have birds. Yeah, we just had a great time, so we're gonna plan to do this every Tuesday. We met in front of the building at like 10-11, hopped in the cars, and moved to their cars and made it. It was super fun. And then other days, we're gonna do it maybe starting at a different location. So maybe we'll alternate weeks, like 1 week we'll go to Culver City, then we're here, then we'll do Los Feliz, then we'll be here, like we'll just see more parts of it. But it was really fun.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, so now we go back to wants and needs.
A blunt question. My client just texted me, need recommendation for someone to fix her garbage disposal and blow leaves on the roof. Could you?
It's 2 different, well, that's like a handyman. One's a plumber. One's a plumber.
Plumber and handyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha.
I mean, I
Excellent. Well, you need to get her gardener.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, I think is, have a great week and see you soon. Thank you for coming. See you next